So it's a big one today. We are attempting to cross to Corsica, which is about 250 miles from here.
Yeah, going pretty well. It's 11 o'clock now. Have 241 miles to go. And yeah, at the moment I'm quite excited for this trip actually. Okay, yes. Finding a negative. Where would I find one? Yeah, that's got 12 volts. Okay, that's interesting.
She can't start her engine. It seems to be an electrical issue, but I can't get to the bottom of it via VHF/telephone and Hazel delving in there and trying things out. It could be a broken starter motor. That's, from the research we've done, it indicates a starter motor problem.
It really should be relatively easy to turn it with the decompression lever back.
Yeah. Well, the hand crank was a bit of a failure. Couldn't get it.
Well, the wind dropped, so I'm giving Hazel a tow now.
Good morning, everybody. I've been awake basically the whole night, so that's been really fun. It's 20 past 6 right now. I've been towed basically the whole night, so let's have a quick look at what that looks like. Yeah, there's Tapatya at the front, me obviously at the back, tow line between us. Yeah, it's been going pretty well. And right now I am wondering if there's enough wind for me to detach and sail. Yeah. I want to be fairly sure that I can sail on this before I detach, because otherwise we would have to reattach again, and that's a bit annoying, really, isn't it? Yeah. Sometimes I think I could sail on this, like there's a gust coming and I think, yeah, easily. And then there's a lull and I think, yeah. So, just to explain my thought process there, coherently. But yeah, other than that, like I said, pretty uneventful night, which was good. I am pretty tired now though. So, yeah, that's that.
Tied on. Make sure the lids are shut. And just lower them into the water. Good. Nice one.
So we just attached and we did a little diesel transfer, refueling at sea. I gave Dad 2 of my diesel jugs because, well, with my engine not starting, I don't need them. And he just towed me all this way, so yeah. But right, now I guess it's time to bear away, get back on course, raise the foresail and carry on. And we are sailing again. Woohoo! Between 3.5 and 4 knots, which is very respectable. Got 144 miles to go, so you know, still a bit. But yeah, I'm happy. Gosh, sailing again. Woohoo!
So it's the morning of day 2 of this odyssey. Odd one it is. And the situation is that early on in this trip, the starter motor on Hazel's engine has broken. This is what we've deduced from our investigations. So it started up for fine first thing when she upped the anchor, and then we sailed along the south side of Menorca, and then when the wind dropped and she wanted to start the engine again, nothing. And then we spent quite a long time looking into it and tracing wires and voltages and whatever, and I'm confident that what's happened is that the brushes are worn out on the starter motor. So not something we can mend here, so she can't start her engine. She tried hand starting it, it's got a hand crank on it, but she's never done it before, and it's really not easy, and yeah, it hasn't worked. So that means that I threw her a line, and I towed her through the night. I threw her a line just before it got dark, at 9:30, towed her through to first light, and we made an average of 3 knots, I think, probably average 3 knots, perhaps slightly under on average. At one point we were doing high 3s, but let's say average of 3 knots. And now we're sailing again. We've got a nice little beam wind here, and she's sailing, and we're both sailing. So we've got a long way to go, 139 miles to go to the anchorage on the north of Sardinia, and we'll see if we can get there tomorrow. It's going to be tight. And poor old Hazel hardly slept last night, so she got about half an hour, I think. So she's just having 20 minutes now while I guard the fort. Yeah, so I'm on watch. While she has 20 minutes, then we'll swap, get another 20 minutes, and she'll look out. But the towing manoeuvre was a big success. Throwing the line went really smoothly, and the decoupling at the end, and because she doesn't need her fuel jugs, she passed them over to me with the tow line. As I pulled it in, she tied her fuel jugs through them, the 4 ones, and transferred that to me, so I've got plenty of fuel, and it all went really smoothly. Quite a success actually. Well, it's good sailing now, 4.3 or so, about the average I suppose, making good speed. Long may that continue. Got a reef in each and going on nicely. I'm wearing a fleece in the daytime for the first time for ages. Strange. It's a nice bit of breeze, a few white caps around, and we're scooting along. Isn't that nice? We have 169 miles to go to Corsica. Still quite a long way.
Alright, so I just crossed in front of that ship there, and Dad didn't make it. You did an evasive maneuver. Sorry for all the wind noises, trying to shield you. But so I said I'd wait for him because we were sort of trying to stick together on this trip. So I am going to try to heave to. I've never hove to on my boat before, and I've only hove to, the only time I've hove to was on a sailing course, so years and years ago, like one time. So I don't completely remember how it goes, but we're gonna try anyway. And if it's a complete failure, it might not make it into the video. It might anyway, because then maybe somebody can tell me what I did wrong. On a junk rig, it might be a little bit different, so we'll see. Yeah, let's try it. So first things first, I'm going to take off the autopilot, and I think I have to turn up into the wind and back the foresail, have the mainsail or mizzen or whatever it is cheated in really close, and then put the rudder over to the other side to stop the boat from turning. That's the theory, and I'm going to try to put it into practice. Not exactly sure how I'm going to back the foresail yet, with a piece of string perhaps. Okay, let's try it. It might be completely awful. We'll see. Turning up into the wind. Starting to flog. Nice. Business sheeted in tight. Right. So I'm gonna have to try to back the foresail now somehow. And I assume I have to be fairly swift at it, because I don't want to tack really. I'm gonna shoot that in tight too. I do not want to tack, so I'm trying to bear away now. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I want a piece of line. I'm trying to back this bad boy. Got a traveler, which can only do so much. It's not really backed. Let's see if I now turn the wheel over, stopping it from... The sail will want to make the bow go that way, so I want the wheel to go this way. Foresail isn't properly backed, it's just sheeted in tight. Okay. Alright. Let's see how I can do that. If I tie something on this bottom bundle, like so. And now I've got to run back to the cockpit because the autopilot is not on. I have to make sure that my boat doesn't go crazy. Right, steering back up into the wind. I think I should have used a longer line. Interesting theory, Hazel. Get a longer line out. It'll take you. Get pretty long. Okay. Try numero 4. Turning back into the wind. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay, that's pretty good. Up we go. Up we go. La la la. Don't trip and fall. Don't trip and fall. Alright, seeing as I've already tied that onto my bundle, I'm just gonna tie these two bad boys together. That's a problem. Okay. See if I can back this. But how? On the midship's cleat, perhaps. Is that backed? I feel like it's just sheeted in tight, you know? Like, when is it backed? And when is it just sheeted in? Anyway, see what we can control with the helm. Calling back to you. Okay. It wants to push the bow that way. With my helm, I'm gonna push the bow the other way. Let's see if we actually stop or if we tack, you know. I'm now pulling the traveller of the mitten into the middle. No, we've tacked. Right, we do. Well, that did not work. Okay. Try to gain a bit of momentum and then tack again. See, right, maybe backing it to the other side is better. Because the sail sits on that side of the mast, you know? Maybe that's better for backing. Questions on questions. Alright, just turning back into the wind. Lovely stuff. Okay. Okay. Right, well this is why you need to practice these things. Because obviously I have not figured out how it's meant to go. We've got a working theory and so far it's not working. Okay. Turn back into the wind. Stuff. Okay, time for some backing. Should I just go with the midships cleat idea again? That was okay. Alright. I mean, it's barely backed, you know. If I took down some sail, this is turning into quite the maneuver. But I think because the top of the sail sort of twists like that, it won't back, maybe. I'm gonna try to turn the wheel first of all anyway. I mean, some boats you don't want to turn the wheel. You have to learn your boat obviously as well. Turn the wheel over hard the other way. Not doing anything. Not keeping the bow from turning. Maybe if I brought the main over this way. That's definitely, like that's backed kind of. Is this it? Am I have to? No, my bow's turning. Crap. No. I mean, it's a storm tactic, right? So you would have less sail up. Maybe that's my mistake, I've got too much sail up. So I've got the wheel hard over now and I'm definitely turning into the wind. Now the bow's drifting off again. Honestly, I don't know. Is this heaving too? Can somebody tell me if this is what it's like? I don't remember from my one time that I did it in my sailing course. Is this have to? Like I'm barely moving. So that's pretty good. But the boat definitely keeps coming up into the wind and then the bag gets blown down. So I don't know if that's supposed to be happening. Like right now we're nose into the waves.